Okay, it's Lindsay and Vanessa. We're doing our neuro assessments and we're doing it in the Fargo computer little room. There is our supplies and our stuff is over in the corner. Can you stand up one more time for me? Make sure your head's in there. Perfect. All right, go ahead. All right. And here is our glaucoma scale cheat sheet, and here is our cranial nerve cheat sheet. All right, and we have decided to do the glaucoma scale right away off the bat. Okay, and I would gather my supplies, and I have that already right here. And then here we go.
Come in.
Hello,
Hi.
my name is Lindsay. Can I get your name and date of birth?
Vanessa Estrada, 10593.
Okay, and then are you allergic to anything?
Yes, zithromycin.
And what happens when you take that?
I just get a rash.
Okay, perfect, thank you. And then I would provide privacy. I would do hand hygiene. Okay. All right, Vanessa. And for the glaucoma scale, for the eye-opening response, I would give her a 4 because she was spontaneous and alert and oriented and answered to me and opened her eyes right when I walked in the door. Okay, Vanessa, what we're going to do today is I'm going to do a neuro assessment and ask you a few questions. First, I am going to start out by asking you a few questions, and then I will give you 3 words for you to memorize.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
Nope.
Okay, perfect. All right, Vanessa, do you know where you are today?
Rasmussen College,
Perfect. Do you know what year it is?
2018,
And the month?
November.
Okay, and then the 3 words that I'm going to give you, I want you to remember, and I will ask you again at the end of the assessment, and I want you to tell me those 3 words at the end of the assessment, so don't forget them.
Okay.
Okay, the 3 words are ball, blue, and cat.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, and today what we are going to do is, well actually for glaucoma scale, for the best verbal response, I would give her a 5 because she was alert and oriented and conversating with me when I was asking her questions. And then for this really quick, I'm going to ask you to put your hands up in there and then put them out to the side and then back down. And then I would give, for best motor response, I would give her a 6 because she obeyed verbal commands. All right, Vanessa, we are going to start out. I am going to have you close your eyes, and then I'm going to put something under your nose, and I would like you to tell me what that is.
Okay.
All right? All right, close your eyes.
Copy.
Perfect. And that was cranial nerve number 1. And for cranial nerve number 2, I am going to ask you to stand up for me really quick. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my right hand over my right eye, and I'm going to have you put your left hand over your eye.
Okay.
I'm going to hold up numbers in my other hand, and I want you to look directly at me and then tell me what those numbers are.
Okay. 2.
Perfect.
3.
Perfect. And then we are going to do the exact same thing with the other hand, and then I'm going to have you look straight at me and tell me what those numbers are.
3.
Perfect.
2.
Perfect. All right. And that was cranial nerve number 2. Now on to the next one. What I'm going to do is I am going to look into your eyes with the light, and I want you to just look straight at me. Try not to blink if you can. Perfect. 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 And her pupils were equal, round, and reactive to light. Okay, now Vanessa, for this next one, I am going to have you look directly at the pen and follow it. Don't move your head if you can. Just you move your eyes with the movement of the pen.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. Awesome. And then the last, I'm going to have you look directly at the pen, and I'm going to move it close to your face without you looking away.
Okay.
Perfect. Good job. And that was cranial nerve number 3, 4, and 5. For the next one, you can go ahead and sit down for me. For this next one, I'm going to have you move your jaw and clench your jaw like you are chewing. Okay, perfect. And then I'm going to check your temple. Perfect. And then I'm going to ask you to smile and then frown face and poof out your cheeks. Perfect. And then for this next one, I'm going to have you close your eyes, and then again, I'm going to have you something, and I'll guide your hand into it, and I want you to tell me what you are tasting. Okay?
Okay.
And then here is the...
Salt.
Yep, perfect. And that was cranial nerve number 7. All right.
We should have chose sugar.
And then I'm gonna, for this next one, I'm gonna whisper 2 words in each of your ears, and then I want you to tell me what those words are.
Okay.
I'm gonna cover this one.
Cat, dog.
Perfect. And we'll do the next one.
Baby boy.
Perfect. Okay, and then this next one, I'm going to have you stand up, and then I'm going to check your equilibrium. So I'm just gonna push on each side of your shoulder to see if you can maintain your balance.
Okay.
Perfect. Perfect. And that was cranial nerve number 8. All right. And then you can sit back down, Vanessa. For this next one, I'm going to take a look at your throat and your tongue. Can you open your mouth and move your tongue up and down? Okay. And then normally we would put this in her mouth, but we're not going to because we don't know where it's been. And then for this next one, I would have her open her mouth, and I would rest the tongue presser on her tongue and ask her to say ah. And then I would see if her uvula moves up and raises. And it does, so that's good. And then for the last one, I would just look into her throat to make sure everything is okay. And that is perfect. And that is cranial nerve number 9 and 10. Now on to the next one. Okay, Vanessa, I'm going to have you move. Can you shrug your shoulders for me? Perfect. And then how about touching your head to your shoulder? Perfect. And that is good and intact. And that is cranial nerve number 11. For this next one, I'm just going to have you stick out your tongue and move it up and down and side to side. And that seems to be good and intact. And that is cranial nerve number 4. Now for this next one, I am going to move the camera down a little so you can see her feet. Okay, and then for this next one, I am going to just test the strength of her feet by having her push down, Vanessa. Perfect. Can you pull up for me? Perfect. And then your hands, can you push down and pull up? Perfect. All right. And then for this next one, I am going to test on you to see. I'm going to have you put your hands up, and then I'm going to have you close your eyes and let me know if what touches you is sharp or dull.
Sharp. Dull.
Perfect. Okay. And then, sorry, we're going to have to move this back down because we are going to check her reflexes on her knees. And then, ready? Perfect. Perfect. And those work good. And then we're going to put this back up. And then could you stand up for me, Vanessa? And what I'm going to have you do is put your arms out. And I'm going to have you touch your one arm to your nose, and then bring it back, and then do the same with the next. Perfect. And then you can sit back down. All right, and then for the last, I would give her some information on the acronym FAST of what it stands for. So F is facial, and that is for facial drooping. A is for arm and for tingleness or numbness. S is for speech, and you want to look for if it is slurred. And then T is for time. And then if you're having any of those symptoms, it's time to call 911. And that concludes our assessment. Vanessa, is there any questions you have for me?
No.
Okay, and then could you tell me those last 3 words that I told you in the beginning?
Blue ball cat.
Perfect! Yay! All right, and then I would document all my findings. I would make sure her room is free of clutter. I would hand her the call light. Here you are. I fill her picture water, put her bed all the way down to the floor. I would ask her again, my name is Lindsay. I'm going to be your nurse for the next 8 hours. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to press the call light. And then that would be it. I would undo privacy and do hand hygiene.
How long did it take?